Alrighty then, g'day guys and welcome! My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition Extinction Curse. Joining me today are my wonderful and incredible Patreons who help support the channel and come and get to play a game with me here on the Dead Aussie Gamer channel. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Great.
Woo! Ah, man, I have missed this game. I think this is the first session of Extinction Curse this year, if I'm not mistaken.
It is?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So that is it. New year, new circus. Same clowns. So anyway, so yeah, for those of you who don't know what we're doing, we're playing a tabletop role-playing game called Pathfinder 2nd Edition. This is, of course, the latest iteration of the Pathfinder role-playing game system by the wonderful people at Paizo. This is a adventure in which a group of individuals from a circus known as the Circus of Wayward Wonders is going on an epic quest that is taking them on a journey of epic proportions. Dum 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 dum. So there you go. As for our success in that journey, that is, I mean, you guys aren't doing bad. You guys are doing pretty good. A couple of deaths here and there and all that, but, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't need to look about that. But before we get started with today's session, getting to know these characters and getting our game on, let's take a quick moment to thank the sponsors that help bring us these incredible games to you guys at home. Starting, of course, with none other than Hero Forge for the wonderful artworks you can see on screen every time we play. These characters here are made with a very cool, fun, and robust character building bit of kit that you can go and use for free. If you subscribe, you can do what I do and use them to make art assets or to create tokens for your VTTs. Or if you want to, you can also get them 3D printed for your use at home, for your home games. Whether it's in color plastic or premium plastic if you're a painter, they are amazing looking miniatures for any game. In addition, if you wanted to, you can also get them printed into 2D acrylics, which I actually love the 2D acrylics, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of my my new characters for my latest games at home have been made with the 2D acrylics, and I do not regret a single thing. They look amazing. The second sponsor that we have is none other than Sirenscape for the wonderful sound effects you will hear throughout the course of today's session, including the sound of something simply called night creatures. What the hell is there in the middle of the night that makes that noise? Well, there was an owl, but I don't know what the other thing is.
Guessing you're not sharing the audio with us.
Yeah, I couldn't hear anything. I was like,
All right, hold on,
it's the
sorry.
sound of
Let
the
me
night
share. Let me share the
I don't
audio.
want to say anything. I'm just like,
Let me share it. Let me share it. Hold on. All right,
it's
here we
always
go. You
easy.
ready? I'll share it again. Okay, here we go. So yeah, yeah, right.
It's like an
Oh,
owl
okay.
bat.
I think it might be. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it might be just a psycho bat. That's what I'm going with. Psycho bat.
Psychobat.
Also, good morning, Crypt Walker. Nice to see you. Welcome in. Okay, so yeah, Sirenscape, wonderful sound effects, a wide library of really cool musics, little tonal things that help change the scene, as well as really cool spell effects as well, which are awesome, like lightning bolts. That's very loud, but yes. Same thing. So, yeah, lots of cool stuff that's there, and Sirenscape helps elevate our gameplay because every epic game deserves to sound epic as well. And lastly, our other sponsor, Fantasy Grounds, for the wonderful VTT you can see behind me that allows me to get on with my gaming so I don't have to worry about things like rules and mechanics and maths. Well, at least I do, but not as much while I have the support of a very, very good and very, very well put together VTT. Which, by the way, rumor has it on the grapevine, they're going to be looking at including 3D models for their for use in their tabletop, which also means that potentially we'll be looking at maybe trying that out and seeing what the 3D maps are going to look like. So yay! Very exciting stuff.
Cool. I'm really excited for that.
Cool. All right, guys. Let's take a moment now and meet the wonderful, amazing players and the characters that they're going to be playing in today's session. Guys, I'm going to leave this to you while I do some stuff in the background. So let's kick it off with none other than our dear friend Schoolie playing Harlanot and his band of merry minstrels.
Hello, so I'm playing Harlanot, the Wonder Seeker Gnomish Bard, who is accompanied by Human, Gord, Frank, and Totty at present. One member still pending. And is fallen into effectively the reluctant role of reluctant leader, or at least shepherd of misfits, I think is probably a better way of putting it.
Sean, you don't
Oh.
need the prompt, man.
You're
killing me,
I
Sean!
don't know why. I thought someone else was going to go next, but yeah, duh. Yeah, my name is Sean. I play as Arturo. He's the high flying acrobat of this crazy circus, and yeah, he died and came back, and now he's kind of a changed person. After he had kind of a religious experience.
Oh, right. I'm Rock Protector. Protector of all rock and roll. Rock on. And I play Mesha, the inventor of the circus. I build all their things that makes them fly and do all their stunts. And this tiny little other guy on the other side is Mesha's robot. And he's bigger than that, trust me.
Hello, y'all know me. I'm Immersion Diversion, also known as Neil. I'm playing a new character today, so I don't know if I can talk much about them. But I will say their name is Lise, as you can see. And she is an undying human druid.
Hey everyone, I'm Matt from All Things Fantasy, and I play Throvric the Dragon, the slayer of many mighty beasts, the hero of Aroden, and the one and only hero of the circus. Everyone else just kind of follows along because, as Throvric, I have to teach them all how to be heroic, and that is the responsibility I take upon myself to do so.
I love your little.
All right, absolutely beautiful. Thank you guys, much appreciated. Now, guys, before we kick off with today's guest session, I want to take a quick moment to thank none other than our dear friend Classic Sam for your subscription. You bloody legend, you! Thank you so much for stopping by. Always good to see you here, my friend. I hope that the new year is treating you extra well. But of course, as always, we also want to take a moment to thank the people who help bring us this show and in turn support us through just watching the channel and making sure that we all feel like, hey, what we're doing here, it's fun, it's worthwhile, and no group does that better than, of course, the fans here at the Dead Aussie Gamer channel. Thank you so much, guys, for being a part of the show, for hanging out, for watching all of the hijinks that we get into. Because of this, we like to invite you guys to come on behind the GM screen and participate in our game in a number of different ways. Starting with, of course, channel points. Guys, just by watching the show and by, just being here, you guys earn channel points on Twitch, which can be used for a number of different cool, wonderful, and amazing things. Now, for those of you who are very observant, you might notice that there are a few changes to the list of things that we have for our channel points. We do have, let's have a look here. Boop, boop, boop. There it is. All right. We have insight bonuses, as we did before. However, group inspirations are gone, replaced with regular inspiration. So the next D20 roll of your favorite person will be done at advantage, thanks to inspiration. And we have removed the magic bag and added in Harrow reading. The way a Harrow reading works is that I will draw a Harrow card from the deck of many things. Well, not the deck of many things, but the Harrow deck, should I say? And give you a prompt. This will be a story prompt based on the fortune of the future of our lovely characters. If you can then design a encounter or a event that will happen in the game using that as a story prompt, and so long as it is, of course, appropriate, because, we do have to keep in mind that we do have the wee ones watching and stuff, then that becomes a thing that happens in-game. There you go. And that is our new channel point thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually quite excited to see how that one comes out. I mean, I'm hoping it comes out really good. I'm sure it will. Maybe.
Positively.
Thank you. Okay. And of course, guys, if you feel like supporting the channel and helping us, of course, continue to grow and that I can continue eating solid foods, then consider donating to the chat with a number of really, really cool and fun incentives. For $5, you can award a character of your choice a hero point. These hero points can be used for a number of different reasons, including staving off death, petitioning the GM for nonsense that isn't in the rules, or rolling with advantage. For our very, very lovely $10 donation, you can donate plot twists, which, of course, will be used in order to make the plot extra twisty, allowing our players to experience a card drawn from this very enigmatic deck of random plot twists. Or if plot twists aren't your thing, you can also award a you can instead award a player of your choice a heroic action. These heroic actions are single-use, powerful little bonuses that our heroes will get to use in order to try and give themselves the edge in a particular battle or fight. Yeah, that's what that does. Let's see, what else am I looking at here? Sorry, I'm looking and seeing if I've got any other changes that I've listed, which I do. All right, for $20, we have, of course, the coveted golden natural 20. This golden natural 20 counts as the name implies, a natural 20. Because why roll a natural 20 when you can just have one? For $50, our heroes can gain a magic item of your choosing that can be used to help them in their adventures going forward. This item does have to be something of a reasonably appropriate level, but it can also be a homebrew item or a magic set item that the group gets. Right now we have a few different set pieces that are currently in the works. Most notably, we are currently working on the set piece for Throvrek, which is the Monster Slayers set piece. I think we also have a set piece that we're working on for Arturo, but that one's kind of... Are we doing it? What was the shirt you were talking about before? Was that a set piece, or was it...
Oh, that was just a magic item that was donated to me from McClover, I think.
Right. Okay. That.
So yeah, it wasn't a set piece. It was
Okay,
just
it's not a set piece. So the set piece we're working on is, of
like
course, the
magic
monster.
bag.
Yeah, we're working on the Monster Slayer set piece. Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, there we go. Now, last but not least, we have the secret menu item. The secret menu item is a $100 donation, which comes with not only a massive thank you, but also quite a game-changing event. Now, we've had a lot of NPCs run through here. We do still have one member of Harlanot's band to go, but I do have another secret menu item here that I really, really wanted to do, and that is, of course, it is the... I feel as though many games tend to lack a certain amount of focal elements to things like recurring slapstick comedic characters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down with the person who donates for the secret menu item, and we are going to create a kind of like a villain for the group. But it's going to be one of these villains who is more of a minor nuisance than an actual threat. This character is just going to be there to make the group laugh, and it almost to the point where they're just an endearing part of the adventure. This could be, for example, a goblin who is a disguise artist who is just so bad at disguising themselves and is clearly trying to sabotage them, but is just awful at it. This could also be, yeah, like Mr. Mustachio. It could be, a troll who is trying to pursue his career as someone who plays music, but sucks at playing music, so he angrily beats on a triangle. You know, lots of these little kind of goofy, dumb, you know, kind of, somebody who believes themselves to be the major villain of this story, but clearly is not. That is what we will be.
The sand troll we got.
The sand troll?
Yeah, remember the sand troll we got? The one that popped in out of nowhere and we captured
Oh, yes, of
It'll be
course.
that guy. It's just like
I mean, yeah, sure.
Oh,
So yes, we will be looking
No,
at
part of the
creating and designing that for the secret menu item for today. So yeah, there you go. Have we forgotten
Nice.
anything?
I don't think so.
Nope. All right, fantastic. Well, without any further ado, guys, let us delve straight back in. But I'm going to rely on our group, actually, because I've still got a little few things to touch up on. Could I have a volunteer, or multiple volunteers, in fact, volunteer to do our recap for today?
Sure, recap for the person who was in chat with one who was there.
Neil has volunteered. Yeah, good job.
All right.
What?
One
No. All right. Well, last time we found our group, we started up our circus day, and before even starting, we met up with what's his name? I wrote it down just recently. There he is. Delamar showed up, and acting as though he had nothing to do with anything going on at our circus performance. Behind the scenes, things were going awry, and our circus performance started with Arturo and Oro doing a pirate act on a ship that they created on a rope as well. And from the audience came a knife, cutting them down and falling to the ground. In the second act, Callisto with Mesha tried to perform a disappearing act and reappearing act at the same time, and instead had a troll, a desert sand troll, pop in, and the group ended up fighting that to their sorry. Oh, you put me on the spot, so this is the best I can.
You're doing great. You're doing great. I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
And we ended up successfully trapping the troll inside of a actually functional cage this time. Continuing on with Throvrick's act of trying to he would the one I forget the most. Sorry.
You can feel free to jump in and help him, by the way, Throvrick, if you'd
Yeah.
like, or you can just let him Bert, you know.
You mean
Thanks.
you mean the act that let everyone come in for their last encore and trying not to set the place on fire and
Yes,
do all
the best act of the
fire-taming
night,
things that
actually.
Throvrick's good at. Yeah.
The best act
And
of the
we
night.
summoned a fake phoenix for his act, and then a real one came out. So
Yeah, as Arturo and Mesha tried to put it in a barrel of water. And then it exploded into a phoenix. While fighting the phoenix, a mysterious figure showed up and decided to help the group. To their confusion, they successfully ended up defeating the phoenix with the fall of Callisto and Arturo and the mysterious figure. But with a phoenix feather, Arturo and the mysterious figure came back, but Callisto, it seemed to not really quite work on Callisto, with Callisto deciding to go and meet up with Naomi in the next life. And that's where we leave.
All right. Well, with the somewhat heart-wrenching reality of having lost their companion for so long, Callisto bidding farewell as the curtain bows on his final performance. Our heroes manage to thwart a number of sabotage attempts from the Midnight Menagerie. Delamar, the rather devious proprietor of the Circus of the Midnight Menagerie, was going too far, and an individual stepped forward in order to help alleviate some of the chaos in the form of a tiefling who is able to breathe and solidify smoke in manifestations. What we need from everyone now is a roaring bluff check to see if your final act between the fire, the chaos, the panic, that people believe for a moment that this was all simply part of the show. That there was nothing that was beyond the masterful control and gaze of Harlanot. All right. Who would like to volunteer for
Guessing
that bluff check? Yeah? Harlanot? Straight up?
I add assistance check.
You may assist. Yes, you may.
I assume I assume it's deception with a DC of 15.
Yes, should be.
Yep.
I was just wondering why Neil was laughing at that. I was like, is that wrong?
I don't know. I'm just laughing.
You get a +2 bonus, I believe, Harlanot.
Yep. And because
Just
my
glad it's not
first help
Arturo.
performance and all that, I'm assuming I can perform my way out of this deception.
Yes, you may. Because you have the versatile performance thingy thing, whatever it's called.
So +2. Which puts that to a 29.
Woo.
All right.
Oh,
With a 29, silence falls over the crowd. Everyone is watching. Some of the fires still burn. With, thankfully, your clown, Mr. Tickles. I think it's Mr. Tickles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mr. Tickles putting out fire with, like, like a fire extinguisher and stuff. Then you suddenly hear it. A sudden round of applause. Cheering and bellowing, hooting and hollering suddenly comes from the crowd. They are completely taken aback by the commitment from your team, from everyone. As this happens, do you wish to go out and take a bow?
I take a quick bow and then I'll head off stage.
Throverick will lap it up.
All right.
Yep.
You head out. And again, as you do, the sound of the crowd is intoxicating. And it isn't long before word of your performance reaches far and wide. A roaring success. Triumph by tent. Circus of Wayward Wonders. How we wish they would find home here in Elskar. Many of these reviews will, of course, grace the newspapers in the morning. But for now, however, it is the talk of the town. And the phenomenal performances by the various acts, the high-flying, daredevil, dagger-throwing catfolk, the magician who is able to summon forth monstrosities from absolutely nowhere, and of course, the fire-breathing dragon, which literally brought the house down, are all the highlights of these various reviews. Now, as they are, however, there is what looks to be a individual who remains in the crowd. After the show, Harlanot, you notice this individual, a blue-skin Undine person who is dressed in quite exotic colors as the crowd ushers away. Naturally, it takes a few minutes before Mr. Tickles, the clown, appears to tell you that there's someone here to see you. Neil, at this point, could you describe Liss as you come down from the stands to speak with the group?
As she comes down from the stand, you see uh like an Undine, uh she's coming down with her staff, or like a um sorry, she's not a staff, she's kind of twirling a stiletto pen in her fingers, and kind of doing it with ease. She's not like just hurrying down, she's kind of just slowly sauntering down the stands. She's like, that was a amazing show, you guys. Bravo.
Well, thank you. Glad you liked it. We always aim to please.
Um, Unfortunately, I'm not just here for the show. Um, I'm here on behalf of Harlock.
Oh,
You
how
recall,
is he?
you do indeed recall Harlock for the people in chat who weren't here for the first act of things. Very important. You watch as this tiny little exposition fairy who is running the spotlights for the show suddenly turns around and looks straight at the camera and says, "Now I bet you're wondering how we got here."
Exposition fairy can be the bad guy.
Yeah, that's it.
100.
So the exposition fairy turns around and says, "So Harlock is a druid from the Temple of Gosray. They met Harlock when they were originally trying to help protect the town of Abertern for against the Hermitage of Blessed Lightning, a group of zealotous and very angry storm druids who believed that the townspeople of Abertern were ruining nature. So the group not only went there and defeated the priest, but also freed the captured druid who was supposed to be kind of in charge of looking for the balance of everything there. And that is, of course, Harlock. Harlock became a firm friend of the group once his life was saved, but also led a number of very useful investigations surrounding the xulgath, a group of like lizard creatures that came up from beneath the ground and had basically attacked the tower that Harlock was protecting. They seemed to be after the strange and powerful magic stone that the tower was protecting as well, and he was looking for information when last the group left him. Liss, however, seems to be acquainted with our friend Harlock. Let's see if she's got something to tell the Circus of Wayward Wonders that's going to maybe drive the story forward or not. Shines the spotlight back on you guys.
Well, as you know, I know that you've helped Harlock. He mentioned all your guys' heroics. So I'm not originally from the same hermitage as him. I'm actually a wave order druid. But I'm from Abertyn, so that's how I come to know him. And then I became a part of their hermitage as I got to know Harlock.
So you are part of the Hermitage.
I am. Well, yes, I was a part of. I wasn't, and then I was. So not. Yes, I'm a part.
So
of
you are.
Okay. I'm a part of the Hermitage. Fine.
Just having an argument with like their own brain.
No, it's the exposition fairy going, check the consistency!
I'm looking.
I'm also look. If you don't behave yourself, I'm gonna go get the continuity fairy to kick your ass.
Exposition
Shut up,
fairy
Fairy!
takes out the script.
Can
You're not
this just
reading
be
the script right.
Can this just be the little angel and devil on Lisa's shoulders?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's awesome. The exposition fairy and the continuity fairy.
Harlock asked me to find you guys. He found the xulgath that he was telling you guys about might have come from the Moonstone Hall in Escadar. And I've come possibly to help you guys if you need it at all.
So, the last we heard from Harlock, you did point that there was another potential Aeon tower over this way. Is this finally finding a bit more details where this tower actually is on this coast?
Hey Neil,
Yes, I believe so.
did you forget Did you forget the plot stuff that I told you about?
No, I wrote it down. I have it in my
Yep.
character notes.
Okay, so you know about the temple?
Yeah, that's what I thought. The xulgath. That's
Mhm.
the temple, right?
Yep, and you're
Yeah.
looking.
And that one's
for,
the fourth wall troll.
And you're
that's
looking
doing that.
for the.
I'm looking for the Moonstone Hall in Escadar.
Mm-hmm. And why are
That's
you
what I
looking
said.
for it?
So we can save the area, because that's what the whole thing was.
Because there's another stone that might be down there.
Yes.
You know, the big
Exactly what
stone
he
that
was
we just
saying.
talked about in the big tower? The
You-
one that, like,
You said
potentially,
bad
like...
guys. You said
yeah.
bad guys rising. You said a place. You didn't say that's where the Aeon stone was.
It's kind of a relevant point. It's like, yeah, the bad guys, they're hanging out at the old milkshake bar. We should go rough them up, teach them how that this is our town. No, that's fine. I figured that got missed. But yeah, no, so basically what List says, in not so many words, is that the Moonstone Temple is a location somewhere in Escadar. List does not know where it is, doesn't know where to find it. Inside is apparently another one of these stones that that the xulgath were after. We don't know what they're after, we don't know why, but we think that that was the central point of where they began their attack. Now, we don't know if there's even the stone still there, you know, because it may have been moved over history, maybe the xulgath have already stolen it, whatever. But either way, he wants you guys to go in and investigate and have a look and see what you can find.
What are these stones?
Well-
are they like a magic stone like this? Or are they more just like a cultural stone, like a totem that you all worship?
Is this you holding up the little Aeon stone that you got from?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Also,
kind of
I
like
haven't
that,
eaten
but
in like 3 days. I don't know if I should be worried or not. It's fine.
I mean, these stones kind of hold the area together. I was told the xulgath, they were trying to take the stone, and it was causing like lots of thunderstorms and lightning storms. And when you guys managed to stop them, and you know, the area kind of cleared up.
So it's a weather stone.
Yes.
So if you want it to rain more, you touch the stone and it starts raining. Or if you want
Except
like really
it's more like
stone,
it's
it'll
more
dry
like
out.
if it was raining and it would cause it to rain harder and possibly flood the area. Not good.
So it's a
And that's the
bad
consequence of
weather
it being
stone.
removed.
This is probably where Hollow Nut will look through. Do you not remember when you were in town protecting the mayor and we were away for a while?
Mhm.
And then we came back and we told you the story of how the Aeon stone at the tower beside Aroden appeared to be weakening. And it seemed to be affecting. And Harlock was
Maybe I
there
was
to...
distracted. Was
Yes,
I eating at
but-
the time?
Quite likely you were in town by yourself for a little while.
Do you have a guess of what would happen to the surrounding area if it was removed or destroyed?
I will give this as a refresher because Arturo, you guys as a group spoke to Harlock about this ages
Oh,
ago.
That's
So
true.
that's
we
okay.
did, yeah.
No, because it's been a while, so I'm fairly sure that it's hard to remember. So
Mhm.
a long time ago, the god of humanity Aroden raised the Isle of Kortos from the sea using the power of his massive divine magics. In addition, the landscape around him was made to be prosperous due to the rising of several magic stones that were basically put into these towers, into these locations, so that these lands could grow and be fertile. However, the xulgath, who came from underground, they used to live in a place that was quite fervent and fertile and stuff. But when Aroden left with these strange, mysterious like crystal orb things, their land began to decay and suffer. So that was their motivation that you found out in that previous thing with the lizard creatures.
Hmm. Well, then it would be pretty obvious if we're getting close and, if it's already been destroyed or not, because the land around it would be, well, kind of in chaos.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know what circles or people that might be able to narrow down where it might be?
Do I know of any of the circles that are
No,
around
you will
here?
need to investigate here.
Okay. And also, I meant more like people circles, not like druid circles.
Oh,
But like, yeah.
Well, why don't we just talk to the mayor? The mayor helped us in the last town. Why can't the mayor help us here?
Well, either the chief investigator,
option.
or I presume, given the size of the city, there is a suitable place of learning. I'm sure there's a library with historical records of past temples.
True. That's a good point. I'm not much of a historian, but
Neither am I, but I'm sure if you speak to a nice librarian, they will help narrow down searches.
All right. It seems as though we have a forward momentum for us. However, before this happens, there is also the matter of dealing with your now fallen comrade. Now, the circus is in a mixture of feelings. A certain joyful melancholy sits lingering in the air. You are a smash success. People are relishing the reviews. But as the news of poor freaking Callisto, I almost completely forgot his name. As the news of Callisto is spread around the camp, there is a certain sense of loss that has come about. People were just kind of getting over the loss of Naomi earlier on, but now realizing just the dangers that lurk around every corner, the dangers that you guys face. There's a certain level of helplessness that some people feel. Like they wish there was something they could have done. During this period of time, Harlanot, I need you specifically to make me a diplomacy check. The reason being...
Specifically diplomacy.
Yes, specifically diplomacy. The reason being is, with the loss of your latest circus member, whispers begin as people start talking about whether or not the circus is truly the place for them. The dangers that surmount are growing every day, and, well, quite frankly, this is a job for some people. It is not worth their lives. As you begin to... Yeah, with the 29, you definitely alleviate a lot of concern. Many people realizing that this is nothing that they could have avoided. You do lose a handful of people, like let's say like 2 or 3 people, especially people who have sort of taken on more laborious kind of work. They kind of moving on. But
The
none
ones
of your
with transferable skills.
none of your talent, however, is moving. But there is, again, just that concern of the dangers that lurk around. Now, we have a couple of donations, which I wanted to let Lys's introduction go first before we do them. First of all, a massive, massive thank you to our dear friend McClover for the 2 donations. The first, of course, being a donation of a hero point for every member of the group, as well as a magic item for Lys. Welcome to the group. Thank you so much, McClover.
thank you.
In addition, we do have a plot twist that was also done. And chat, has decided on the plot twist for this, and that is
Something lost.
something lost. So you've lost the magic item
My
that you just got
magic item.
donated.
No.
No, not quite. No, we won't do that. So, something lost. Now, the last thing that'll happen before we go into town and start the investigation. Approaching our group is a familiar face. It is none other than Aves, the Smoke Dragon Tiefling, former member of the Midnight Menagerie who had helped you during the fire.
Hello.
Hello. I'm sorry to barge in on such a hard period of time for you. I know that you've lost a lot, and I can't help but feel as though perhaps being part of the Midnight Menagerie, maybe there might not be a place for me here in the Circus of Wayward Wonders. A lot of animosity lies with my former employees, and, well, a lot of the damage, including the loss of your friend, is laid firmly at my hands, whether it was my action directly or not. I think, I don't know if the others in the circus are going to be so understanding as to welcome me into your fold.
Roderick scratches the side of his face with his some of the scales. Well, we all need to walk our own path, and well, how long have you been part of a circus community?
How long was I part of the Midnight Menagerie?
Yeah.
Only a few months. I, well, truth be told, have always wanted to live the life on the road and be a part of the stories of circuses are one of family and community, and, well, I mean, not to put so blunt a point on it, but our kind don't often find much in the way of community, especially appearing as fiendish as we do.
What do you mean?
People tend to shy away from that they don't understand. Those who appear as devils must inherently be devils, and it made work in simpler things quite difficult. The circus was the first place that welcomed me, and I was hoping to be able to find a place that I could call home. But I've already done so much damage here. I've been part of something that has hurt this family, and I don't know if the others will forgive me. Not after the loss of your magician friend.
Well, I have a different thing because I wasn't as close to Callisto as much as I... Did you know Callisto once set a bad trap on me? Gruesome. Anyway,
Yes, I've heard rumors of the dreaded man in the yellow hat. I didn't think that it was real. They spoke of a tortured, tormented owlbear. It was quite gruesome. I surely thought it must have been a different person.
well, I don't know. But if you feel like you can't stay here, you are welcome. I mean, we have a spot in Hallinot's wagon for you as well if you want it. But you are welcome.
Also,
But
if you
wish
want to think about it. Oh.
Sorry, Arturo.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You can go, or you can say your part first.
You are welcome here. Your actions during the performance itself showed that you're not on the other side. You fight with us. You're trying to protect us, and that would go a long way. But if you feel like you need to go on the road and I don't know, overcome whatever guilt is haunting you, you do have a spot here you can return to after your journey.
He
Yeah.
looks at the others. Yeah.
And the way I see it, a majority of the people that are working at this circus have come from hers. And, you know, I think they'd be quite accepting of you, especially if they need to be reminded of where a lot of us came from in the first place. She has become more vicious since we've left, but we all knew which direction she was heading in, so you know, it I think people will be inclined to believe you when we say it was her fault, not yours, that that happened. I don't think anyone would blame you for being used by her the same way we were. Used and abused the same way we were.
And Helena, at that point, I'd probably chip in and say, remember, you put your own life on the line to save Throvic when everything came to the crunch moment. I think they know push comes to shove. You're not out to harm anyone. You want to protect. This place, we protect. We take care of our own as best as we can.
He nods and says, I appreciate your sentiments and your kind words. I think for the time being I will walk my own path, but should I return, I would very much like to discuss being a part of your circus. It would bring me great honor to be able to perform with talent that appreciates and understands the struggles of entertainment.
Of course,
Well, I
these
hope our
types of
paths cross again.
decisions- These types of decisions should never be made in haste.
He nods and then kind of again pulls his hood over his horns and his head and will take his leave. So unfortunately, for something lost is our plot twist, and he will take his leave of the circus, unfortunately. But that's okay because he will perhaps return. We also have a vote from McClover to throw in as well, so he might be back sooner or later, depending on how it goes. McClover, you do get a vote. You get a vote, McClover. You paid for the thing. Yes, I appreciate that the chat gets to decide, but you also get to throw in your vote. It might change the result. It might not. It might not. You might
The
vote for the
second
thing
one
that they
was one vote behind.
It was. That's the whole point. I'm not going to say what was, but, you know, like, there you
Well, they're tied. Both happen.
go. Okay. Anything else that you guys would like to do? Again, it is the middle of the night because this is after the performance and stuff like that.
I think as a group, as in like the leadership group, possibly we sit down and talk about hiring more security going forward.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, glad we had this conversation. I'm going to go check on the pretty snake lady.
I thought you were going to say Fidget, who you last left in my, who you last
Oh,
shifted off
yeah.
the stage.
Poor Fidget.
Hello? Anybody? I'd like to get
Just
down
really
now.
packed up my head arch.
All right. The evening goes by again very quietly. There is again some celebration here and there, but everyone is mourning in their own ways. You know what I mean? They're trying their best as best they can. As the morning
I
arrives,
do. Oh,
moods
sorry.
change. It is the second day of your performances, and you wait for the reviews with bated breath. As they are flung into the main area, you could see running up to the to you guys. You could see Mr. Tickles. It's here! It's here! The reviews, they're in! Quick! Everyone, gather round!
Don't keep it to yourself.
Oh, I'm not going to keep it to myself. I'm just waiting for everyone to be here. Come on, OG! Right up front! Don't be shy! Okay. So, as it says, right here, Escadar has seen many great and wondrous things in its time since its conception, ranging from starlights that fall from the heavens to the rising of terrible, terrible creatures that have been slain by great and powerful heroes. But never before have we seen the kind of theatrics that were available at none other than the Circus of Wayward Wonders. From the high-flying fireball throwing to the summoning of a giant green monstrosity, I was at the edge of my seat. And if it weren't for the sultry tones of none other than the bardic performances laid down by the ringmaster themselves, not very common, in fact, to see the ringmaster getting his hands dirty. That's not the only thing that's dirty about that ringmaster. Yeah. The Circus of Wayward Wonders is an event that is a feast and celebration. Please do not tarry, do not miss out on their limited season, because there will be no other circus like this in any time soon or any days to come. This is what it says right here. It even has the stutter and everything. Ah! And look, it's a picture of me. He holds up a photo. It's just got a picture of Mr. Tickles putting out a fire.
You know, even though I'm really down still, you can lift anyone's spirits.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, I did have an alcoholism problem, but you know what? I'm happy to be able to share. To lifting spirits. And he watches, he pulls out a comically large whiskey bottle and starts chugging it. Yeah, get it? Lifting spirits.
God.
Mesha! 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 Lifting spirits, Mesha! Tough crowd.
You offer me a drink? You know I don't drink.
Yes, he sort of okay. Well, what are you all gawping at? Let's get back to work, shall we? We've got another great show to put on. And you watch as he moves around and leaves. I imagine OG is sitting there going, how come we had to lose the sexy tiefling? Why couldn't we have lost the clown?
No, he's the best cast member of the entire show.
To be fair, we need him to offset Echo in the other circus.
That's true. Echo's fucked up. Yeah. I think Echo's fine. I don't think Echo's that dangerous.
Unless it's to me.
That's true. That's true.
He's
All
very
right.
disturbing at the very least.
All right. That is very true. That is very true. Do like the voice. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not going to take all the credit for it, though. The voice is very inspired by Chuckles the Clown from the Legend of Avantris team. Mikey, if you're watching, yes, I stole your voice. Anyway. Look, I'm not ashamed.
Ursula and Little Mermaid. Like,
It's a cool voice. Mikey does it great. Okay. So, heading into the town, if you don't mind me taking a little bit of leeway to kind of drag us forward a little bit, we have I think we've done everything we need to in the circus. Everyone's preparing for the next day. I presume no one's got anything pending in any kind of way. No.
I was going to say,
No,
I'm
just
presuming
you.
Threlvik gathered his ash or whatever it is that he was getting from the Phoenix.
Yes. Thorvik has like a little jar, like a jar of phoenix ash,
Oh,
He
yeah.
goes up to Maisha. Hey. You know how you made me this really cool belt? Maisha, you awake? Your eyes are open. It's kind of weirding me out here.
You realize that Meisha has painted
Oh.
eyes on, like, the front of their thing?
Just wearing
Yeah, what
like
about-
goggles.
What about your belt? Sorry, I didn't hear
Oh.
my name. I
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was hoping you could make me something cool using this. And he holds up the jar of Phoenix Ash.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't know anything at the top of my head right now, but if you give me the jar and I'll go back to my little cart where my thing is, I'll try to think of something.
Wonderful.
All right, very nice. You'll save it for a little bit later, but yes, indeed, you'll begin working on a new piece of the Monster Hunter's kit, something to do with the Phoenix. But we'll get to there when we get there. Now, as far as looking and finding where where Moonstone Hall happens to be, you did mention that you wanted to speak with it wasn't the Seneschal, it was, what was her name? She was the hey lady, what's
All
your
I know is the
name?
name is Andrea Pandrine.
That's the one, but what was her role? Andrea Pendrine was
It's like the chief constable.
Chief Constable. Yes, Constable. Yes, she was a constable. That was it.
Mm.
Let's see. Here she is. Andrea Paldrine. All right. Is that the first place you would like to go in order to try and find out what you can about this Moonstone Temple?
I think Throvrick would have asked a couple of people on the street on the way to see if there's any rumors or anything that the local people would know about it.
Sure. All right. Let me just get here.
You know, like stories, myths, like, you don't go there after midnight or else,
I'm also assuming at this
Weird.
point, Lisa said, "Do you mind if I join you?" Rather than just being a messenger.
She said that earlier on when she said that Harlock sent to help.
Yeah. So yeah, I
Yeah,
did
that
mention I could
did
help
come
you.
up. You haven't asked her to join the circus yet, though. You've just
Yeah.
she's just here to help you with the investigation currently.
Yep.
Okay. So en route, you're asking questions, which is not a problem. I don't need to deal with wolves. There we go. Okay. The few people that you ask on the way to speak to Constable Paldrine don't seem to know what you're talking about when it comes to the Moonstone Hall. However, a couple of people say, I remember something being called like that, but I thought it was a building that was demolished a long time ago. There's a lot of confusion and indifference, or if someone is sharing a story, it seems to be somewhat, conflicting, like misguided, like, oh yeah, no, I remember Moonstone Hall, just go down the road, take a left and stuff like that. And then what you might find is like the Moonstone Cafe, which is just a cafe, barista kind of thing. So, harmless misdirection, should I say. Now, even some people have said that the Moonstone Temple might be several miles away, like it might be in another city or another town. That's not the case, because obviously Harlock says that it is here somewhere. Or is it harmless? Nice.
So many rumors of it.
Okay. Throvrick, can I get you to make me a diplomacy check, please?
Ooh.
Unfortunately, you have nothing that you can actually use from your investigation in the city itself. As you approach the constable, she greets you warmly and begins to address you. I've heard great things about your show. It seems as though I was right in my judgment. Apparently, Dalamar was a little bit full of himself when he said that you weren't nearly as capable as the Midnight Menagerie. That being said, however, he wasn't exaggerating when he mentioned how dangerous your circus happens to be. And she plops down the newspaper with the photo of Mr. Tickles putting out a fire.
Yes, it was a rather fiery performance. I mean,
And
at
you're
one
welcome.
point, at one point we even had Dalamar himself in our crowd.
I see.
Along with several of his guests that he brought to come watch.
Well,
I say that with a little bit of venom.
Lise just kind of says, she's like, that was that purple suited guy, correct?
I presume she's talking to you
Yes.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I was in the same section he was in. He was quite loud. Pretty obnoxious.
Well, rest assured, I will be more than happy to provide him with the same diligence when it comes to assessing the Midnight Menagerie as he was insistent on me being with the Wayward Wanderers. But I presume to come here and receive a pat on the back isn't why you've come to talk to me today.
No.
Well, I do have a great many appointments today, so if you do have business, make it quick.
You know what the Moonstone Temple is?
Where did you hear this name?
Looks at Liz.
That would be me.
Mhm. What
Um,
business exactly do you have with a place like that?
Well, you see,
Um,
there's like this magic stone that is supposed to control weather and stop it from storming or flooding the area, and we're supposed to stop some reptile-looking people, well, other reptile-looking people from coming in and taking it, apparently.
Lise just gives Thorwick an eye. Like, what the fuck?
Hmm.
She asked me, kind of look. It's like.
It's also a similar temple is where we stopped danger from coming to Averton.
Where I am from. The man known as Harlock asked me to find this group.
I'm familiar
And then
with. I'm familiar with Harlock, and if he has requested of this of you, then I will need to talk to him about overstepping his influence here in the city. However, I can tell you a few things about the Moonstone Hall. It is an abandoned and buried temple to Aroden that, once upon a time, served as this city's beacon of religion and morality. However, with the fall of Aroden, the temple too fell. It is only a remnant of an ancient past. Very little is needed with it, but it is a restricted area, mostly because of how dangerous it is to civic safety. Its entrance is in the woodworking district. Several guards have been placed there to just ensure that there aren't people who are wandering in that shouldn't be there. But from the sounds of your story, these lizard creatures are coming from underground, which means that perhaps an exploration is at hand. As I mentioned before, there's much that I need to be taken care of with my own guards that I cannot afford some kind of expedition to be going down. Perhaps you could prove useful as a means of fully exploring the old Temple of Aroden, clearing out any of the monstrosities that dwell within, whether or not they are the lizards or not. I'm sure that more than a few creatures have managed to take hold of the abandoned facility in the time since it's shutting down.
Yeah.
Yes, I just hope it's not like the other tower where the monstrosities were
Hmm.
summoning and capturing demons and other fell monsters as well.
How they're not? She's already made the sale. You don't have to keep selling.
Very well. Well, then allow me to give you this. It is a rite of passage that you can present to the gods. They will allow you to pass into the Moonstone Temple. She hands you a scrolled piece of paper with her stamp and insignia on it. Is there anything else?
I do not believe so.
Can't think of
Question. Do you remember the cave with the wolves in it? How you found the corpse of the bandit that was
I
in.
think it was.
yes.
I think it was Oro that was more.
It was what? It was what? Sorry.
It was Oro that was more noticing who he was and tied to.
Right. The question is, did you guys find the journal that was there? Let me have a look. I'll have a look at
Journal?
Aura's sheet real quick as well.
It's not on my character sheet, so I probably don't have it.
Yeah, I didn't grab
Slays a
anything.
crocodile.
Let's see. Where is Aura?
Oro's ambush.
If you guys
Sorry, I'm just checking the notes.
did not grab it, inventory, then that is also fine. Backpack, bedrolls, devil's bargain, stud leather, thieves' tools. No, it doesn't seem to be on Aura's sheet either. No, that's fine. There's just an extra.
All we've got is the body description, and he recognizes the name of the person,
Cool.
which Oro does note down. That's all I got.
Nope, no worries. There's just
Avarian just said in chat, nope, just identified him.
Yeah, then that's fair enough. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. There's just an extra side quest here, like if you return the thing to him here, but that's okay. All right. So, having learnt the location of the entrance, you're told that it is by a fountain in the woodworking district, and that is where you begin to head. All right. So, I like this. This is cool.
Yeah, that's a cool theme.
All right. So, eastern neighborhoods of Escadar are filled with drug dens, gambling houses. It is overcrowded and filled with people that are rough around the edges, to say the least. They eyeball you and your fancy schmancy attire quite viciously as you approach. These guys aren't goers of the theater or the the circus. But again, some of you are also no strangers to this kind of lifestyle. Throverick, you in particular, you're not afraid of these guys. It's pretty much how it is. All right.
I'm going to assume we would have long rested by this point. Since it's the
Yes.
next day.
I should probably give you that, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I would appreciate it.
Yes, I'll give you guys your rest. Hold on. There we go.
And
Overnight
hopefully
rest.
removes one of the wounded conditions that we will have as well.
And the persistent fire damage that Callisto's under. There we go.
We don't even have a Callisto anymore.
It's fine. I'm not even in the combat tracker.
Yeah, that's true. I should probably get rid of those. Okay, done. There you go. You guys are fully restored, and that's all there. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
All right.
And the wounded conditions, does that decrease? Or...
Yes, everyone's wounded conditions, if you have any, is reduced by 1.
Okay.
All right. Now, as you make your way towards the fountain, a metal fence seems to surround what looks to be a sinkhole that leads from the fountain, and 2 guards happen to be patrolling around the fence, with 2 more dressed in constable uniforms standing near the fountain. Alert, but relatively at ease, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you approach. What do you do?
We have been granted access to go into this place.
You have been granted access to go in, have you now? Well, you know, it's really funny too because we were expecting some random catfolk to come in and be allowed permission into this place that's been sealed off as a hazardous location. No, isn't that right, Constable Henry? Oh yes, no, we have as well. In fact, him and his friend of the giant snake person, tiny dragon, and a minstrel, of course. Little band of minstrels. Yes, that's what we were told as well. Oh, but did you also tell that they had a blue genie with them? Oh, yes. No, absolutely. Definitely. And the blue genie as well. Can't forget the blue genie. Yep, it's right here on my list.
you.
Let me pull out this list of...
It's flattering.
This
And
isn't the
Talon
list.
Response, well, with the scroll basically between the 2 fingers, hold up and just show the seal of the constable towards them.
Kind of licks his lips and kind of rolls his eyes like, oh, what's this then? As he looks it up, you watch as his eyes begin to shift as he reads it through. Oh shit, let them in, Henry. It's like, fuck. And you watch as he's like, good one. Wait, oh yeah. They stomp out their cigarettes and they're like, shit. Yes. Sorry about that. Yep. I suppose just do be cautious. This is a sinkhole, and the grounds are relatively unstable. Yep. Carry on, sir and madam.
Do you even have a list?
I just smile at the one that called me a blue genie.
They're very embarrassed. As
Took it as a compliment instead of...
As we walk past, I say, don't worry. I'm sure we can tell, I've lost her name already.
Constable Paldrine.
Well, yeah. That you're certainly doing your jobs keeping everyone out.
Yes, thank you. As they kind of again give you another salute and allow you passage inwards. All right. Well, that was relatively easy. You guys actually did the things in the order in which you were supposed to do them. All right. Throverick.
Very
That's
uncommon for us.
Surprisingly.
So far,
Yeah.
I know. It's almost like there's nothing bad that could possibly happen right now to throw things into or out of whack. Nothing at all.
Well, at least it wasn't one of us that said that, so now that won't happen, right? You know,
True.
it has to be a party member that jinxes us. You know.
You say that, but I mean, okay. So
I mean, it usually is.
Yeah, it's usually either you or me that does the jinxing.
where did my tags go?
Actually, sometimes Matt too. Matt does a fair amount of jinxing us too,
Oh, there they are.
occasionally.
What do you mean? I never jinx the party.
Okay, here we go. All right. So-
The three of us do a pretty good job at that.
Let's get some spooky music, shall we?
Well, there's my mouse.
I'm innocent.
All right. So, as you begin to head down past the gate towards the old temple, it is clear to see how much this place has fallen in disrepair. It looks run down, and there's like broken bottles that people have like thrown beer over the fence and smashed onto the ground here. Sinkhole is right, as you can see the floor slipping away in various locations. The smell of like just that stagnant air, the thickness of the dirt and dust even under your feet is choking almost as you proceed forwards.
Guessing this place is
Robert?
pretty dark since it's underground. So,
It's not underground,
Yay.
it is in a sinkhole, so it's kind of like sliding
Oh, okay.
down a little bit here.
Mhm.
sorry, I was
Now-
saying that because the map was still completely black for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it black now?
Yeah,
it should
yeah.
be. It should be visible.
No, I can see
Oh.
something like this.
Cool.
Why I was-
All right.
Oh, yep, there we go. Okay, it
So.
popped in for me.
All right.
Far beneath-
Robert collect a random pouch full of glass, if that's alright, or the shattered glass.
Sure, I've got no problem with you taking a fistful of random shards of glass from the ground. Now,
Fine.
far
I
beneath.
think. Oh,
No, go on.
okay. I think it would be a good idea, guys, if you test the ground before you move on. Tap it and then put more pressure on it and see if it's safe.
Yeah, that's smart.
You apply pressure, and sure enough, some of the ground crumbles a little bit. Again, you can find a reasonable path here if you're not running around and or doing anything dumb like having a giant robot jump up and down over and over again.
I was gonna say, yeah, send wrench first. He'll make the cave-in happen,
So,
so we don't cause it.
far beneath the restless city lies a monument to the past. In front of you, you see the large, sturdy doors, reinforced ebony guards, the entrance to an impressive building constructed of gleaming white stone. One of the doors here is slightly ajar. White stone pillars support the ceiling above, and broken stained glass windows seem to line the temple's walls like sightless eyes. As you begin to make your way forward, I need perception checks from everyone. Something is not quite right. There's
Is it something that we are hearing?
It's
or
a smell.
smell?
Also
Okay.
hearing. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So I keep on forgetting how to give myself advantage. This?
Roll twice and take the higher. So just roll twice.
Yeah.
Wait, there it is. Come on, grab it. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't even roll once. Okay.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Roll for wrench.
So-
because you can't smell.
So
If he can't smell, then he can't roll.
Oh, okay.
Arturo.
Well, you said smell and see.
Arturo. Something is off. You can smell something that that almost has like a strong, thick gaminess to it. You remember this smell vividly. It's a smell that you remember when you were there with the xulgath in the temple back when you were fighting the blessings of the Hermitage. That xulgath pungent stench buried beneath what smells like maybe seawater or some sort of like plant matter. It assails your senses, but it's not as strong as when you were like fighting them, but it is very, very close. And it's nearby. It's just up ahead.
Yeah, I'll point that out. Like just up ahead is like through the door, like that direction.
No, as in like from where you are on the map, immediately up ahead of you.
Okay, so I'll point down that path. I'll be like, I smell that stench, that slimy, gross creature that like puked up all over me. Ugh. I was hoping I would never have to smell that again.
Roderick uncoiled.
You talking about those toads?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did we want to have frog's legs for dinner tonight?
I don't think you'd want to eat these things.
Oh, I don't know. But then again, I haven't been hungry for like 4 days. It's fine.
Okay, I'm mildly concerned by that, but
Not fine.
that's a topic for a different day.
You haven't eaten in 4 days?
No, not really. Anyway, do you want to go beat up some frogs?
I mean, the frogs aren't so bad if you don't agitate them or get in their food. Like, if they're hungry, just don't get near them. If we can give them food, they won't possibly.
It's always very curious to see how long players and heroes think that they can stand around literally just talking about
At least
an
they'll go
ambush
forward.
that's directly in front of them without anyone reacting to it.
Lys will
I'm
move
actually
forward
waiting.
and
Yeah,
show
I was
them.
thinking
All
how
right.
long
As
would it
Lys,
take?
Yes,
as
sir.
Lys, Lys, as you move forward, all of a sudden, from inside the rubble and debris, two large reptilian figures. And I say large reptilian as in like they're big for lizards, not big lizards, if that makes sense. So, begin to look in your direction. Before you are able to say anything, they cast their gazes at you. And as this happens, I need for you to make me 2 fortitude saves. Here's the first one.
No.
That is a failure. And here is the second one. Success. So, if you want to list, you can use a hero point to reroll that first one.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, crap.
Still a failure. All right. So, as these eyes begin to look at you, they glow with a fierce green light. You guys can see the green light bathing Lys as all of a sudden your bones begin to stiffen and your legs start to calcify as you begin to turn to stone. You stiffen and gain the slow condition for 1 minute.
Oh no.
All right, as we go into initiative. All right, top of the round, the basilisks who are ambushing you get to go first. They're going to keep this nice and simple. They're going to move up and attack Lys. The first one rushing forward as it reaches out and tries to bite, dealing 11 damage as it comes to attack. The second of the basilisks, much doing the same. As they rush forward and again also clamp down into their ambush victim.
Oof.
All right.
Oh no.
With their last action, they're going to kind of step back a little bit and around so that they're kind of using Lys for cover as they see the rest of you once they ambush Lys. All right. Next up is Arturo.
Hey, sorry, just trying to adjust my camera here. Yeah.
What does
I
our
can
catfolk
mention
swashbuckler do?
He'll run up and keep his head down, and try to stab this one.
All right, before you attempt to stab them, both of them see you approach, and as they do, they start to stare at you as well.
Oh, shoot.
That is 1 success. And with the second gaze, 2 successes. You see them as they open their eyes and these emerald lights shine at you. You kind of almost block their vision with your hand ever so slightly and get in close. You are not affected by them. Make your attack.
Is there a way to like attack a specific body part, like, or like, do you have like a lower?
Yes. The
Attack
homebrew
check or
rule
something?
for this is that you can designate a body part, and should you land a critical hit, that body part will be struck, and it'll have whatever makes sense for that as a critical effect.
Okay, so I'm gonna try actually attacking this one in the eye, the basilisk 2.
Sure, not a problem. All right, that is a regular hit. As you've struck it, you kind of managed to stab it in the body. Roll your damage. All right, 8 points of damage as you wound it with your blade. You do have one final action if you want to take it. Because in Pathfinder 2nd
Yeah.
Edition, we have 3 actions.
Yep, I'm going to try. Forgot it's trip, shove. Yeah, I'll try to grapple it, I think, as my next action.
All right, make an athletics check. You do get a -5 because this is your second attack in the round.
Yep.
The large lizard, so you've got the rapier in one hand. You swing your arm underneath it and try to sort of grapple it from underneath its jugular. You move your position to try and ensnare it and get a...
Yeah, but come on. It's not rolling. Keep on forgetting which one of these I have to click and drag. Oh, here it is. Let me see.
All right, that is a success.
Cool. And while I'm grappling it, I'm trying to keep its head like forced up. So like I'm trying to like grab it around its waist and force
okay,
its
I see what
head
you're
up.
doing. Yeah, I see what you're doing. All right, so you've grabbed it around the neck and you've sort of leant back. As you've done, yes, indeed, the creature's eyes are turned upwards and its gaze can no longer meet other people. Very nice. Throverick, we now go to our dragon.
Throverick's gonna make his way up to here.
Okay.
As he does so, the air around him starting to heat up, and sparks are going to start flying around him. A symbol in the middle of his forehead that kind of resembles a V kind of activates. It seems to be made of fire, as a small circle of fire pops out of his forehead and starts circling around him as he casts Flying Flame.
Ooh, very nice.
So, he's going to send this in a straight line in 30 feet in a path I choose. I'm going to choose straight through these two. Both basilisks in a straight line.
So is the origin point literally anywhere?
It says, it flies from you 30 feet in a path I choose. So, from me, no, I can't get both. That's fine. I'll hit Basilisk 1 then. Nice and easy.
All right, very well.
Basilisk.
You watch as this stream of fire, like a bullet, flies past Lisa's left-hand side and then towards the basilisk.
They're going to have to make me a reflex save. The DC is 19.
All right, let's see how it goes. That is a natural 1, which is a critical fumble, and in my homebrew rules, a critical fumble on a saving throw is a critical success on yours. So, not only will you deal double damage with this attack, but give me a number between 1 to 5, and let's get a crit card going.
Let's go 1.
All right, number 1. With a number 1, our spell ability. We reduce the size of the creature, so shrinking. Now, obviously, the creature can't shrink, so what we're going to do is we're going to restrain the beast. So as your fire screams outwards, you watch as the blast doesn't just hit the creature, but it starts to circle around it. And as it does, this band of fire starts to almost like restrict its movements as it's trying to avoid getting burned by this ring of fire that is now hovering around it. So we're going to give him the restrained condition.
Wonderful. Now, how do I do the critical hit on the...
Hold down left shift as you drag and drop your damage onto the token on the map.
Wonderful. They're going to take 12 points of fire damage.
Nice. All right. That burning damage burns through its scales. Once again, the basilisk lets loose this terrifying roar.
Throverick rolls back.
Ooh, very nice. You do indeed. Where's your roar? No, I'm joking.
Don't tempt me.
I put on this like tiny kitten meow. Meow.
Yeah, I was thinking
alright.
like the Simba, like.
All right, Liz, we now go to you. You have 2 actions because you are slowed, but it is your turn. What does our Undine Dancer decide to do?
Well, shoot, I got 2 actions since I'm slowed. Okay. Well, I guess, she kind of mutters to herself and just says, I guess there's no, making these things a little friendly. And she's gonna take 1 action to back up to kind of get away from them. So 5, 10, 15, something like that, I guess, because I'm assuming maybe everyone else will get in front. She's gonna.
So don't forget, being slowed. I just need to double.
Oh, it also halves your movement.
I need to double check that. Just bear with me.
Okay.
Because I know it does give you the less action, but that might just be how they translate the.
If it only makes my speed 5, I can still do something. So I just gotta.
Wait, sorry. It does make your speed 5?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying if it
Okay,
does.
hold on. If you have fewer actions when you regain this at the start of your turn, you can. No, it doesn't affect your move speed at all.
Okay, so then I'll just be right there, and I am going to take a javelin off my back and throw it at Basilisk 1.
All right. It flies through the air.
Oh, come on.
And a natural
no.
1. Oh, I forgot to take your hero point away from you. Hold on one sec.
No, that we all
Don't
had a
take
second one,
friendly
remember?
Fire from an ally now too.
Remember
Uh,
we all got one?
No, you only got one. I haven't.
No,
I literally didn't take it from anyone.
Yeah.
No,
and you
yeah,
used
I didn't
yours
use
already.
it.
Oh, you didn't use
Yeah,
it?
you did.
You did.
No,
You did.
I had
You-
one at the beginning,
you
and
got-
then we all got donated one.
You didn't have one at the beginning.
Yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
have one at the beginning, Neil.
Yeah.
Didn't?
By the
I
time
thought I saw a
Dag
red
did
mark.
by
The
time
only one
Dag
that did was Harlan.
the thing, he'd already put them all on everyone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, that's probably
take
what
it, I
you're thinking
guess.
of. Yeah, I put them in when
Yeah.
the donation came in, and then I said it later on. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Then he
Okay.
announced it
Oh.
later. Yep.
Yeah, but nope, you have none.
it.
So critical failure, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye, guys.
This is
No, this is
natural
hitting me,
one.
knowing
What
my luck.
happens? Give us a number between 1 to 5.
Let's do a 3.
3. Here we go. You ready? 1,
This is
2,
gonna kill me.
3.
You're gonna hit an ally. I know.
All right.
I just know it.
Piercing damage. Overthrow. If the attack is a thrown weapon, the weapon travels 3 times the range increment and in a random direction determined by the GM. Nice.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
no, it
Roll
can't
me
hit
a
me.
D8, please.
No.
1 is always
Anyone.
going to orient directly above you.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Arturo, I need a reflex save from you, please.
Shit, sorry.
Did you say a dex save?
No, because this isn't D&D.
Reflex.
Oh, reflex save.
That's right.
Sorry. I was too busy lamenting.
Frickin' comes into
Oh,
my
no.
house. No, that will not do it. You can use your hero point if you'd like. Otherwise, Liz, please land a critical hit against Arturo. The reason it's a critical
hit
the
one?
reason it's a critical hit is because this javelin is moving at triple its distance, which for velocity wise, I'm gonna count as a critical hit.
Okay.
How
that's
much
fine.
friendly fire damage am I going to take in this campaign? Like,
So much. All right, 9 points of damage.
Take
It's
nine.
it's
fine.
not
It's not
myself
that bad.
stabbing me.
Oh.
9 points of damage. As
Sorry.
Arturo, you're like grabbing onto this this basilisk, and as you do, suddenly, wham! You are hit in the shoulder by the this javelin. This will cause you
I was
to
aiming for the basilisk.
this will cause you to drop your grapple.
Oh no.
All right. Mesha, you're up next.
Alright.
Also, to answer
Uh.
Variant Strife's ability, can you drop prone for a bonus action? You don't need to drop prone as a bonus action. You can drop prone as your action on your turn. However, it is not Arturo's turn, so he won't be able to do that as a reaction. All right.
All right, I'm gonna give all my turn. I'm gonna give all my turns to Wrench and tell a first move to him to move over there, near them. Yeah.
All right. What's Wrench's move speed?
Said it.
25.
25. Okay, so from there... Let me just find out how many actions you get from there. All right, you will need to double move to get across to there.
No, okay.
So you only get 1 action once you reach there. Actually, no, you don't need to be there. You can be here. and that'll
It'll be
still
there,
and you'll still
yeah.
reach. Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. So now you have 2 actions.
Okay. Can okay. Can I grapple one? Can I grapple the one in its face and then the other one in its face at the same time?
Given your
possible?
size,
'Cause
I'll
I'm-
say yes, but you will take a massive penalty for grabbing a second creature. Because
Okay.
basically, instead of focusing on grappling one, you're basically trying to use one hand each to hold 2 separate creatures. Which again, you can do, but it'll come at a penalty.
Well, I'm gonna try.
All right.
At least once.
Athletics check on your first grapple attempt. Let's do it.
All right. Athletics. Nope, that's Mesha. Get the right person. There you go. Athletics. Grab.
Nice. With the first hand, you grab hold and now have one of the basilisks in that arm. Your next grab is going to be at a -10.
-10. Okay, just a dice roll then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. Natural 1. Do you want to use a hero point or do you want to take the natural 1?
Hero point.
All right, let's use that hero point. Thank you again to our lovely chat for these donations to support my players and their cockamamie schemes. All right. That is an 11. Unfortunately, an 11 is not enough to grab the second one, but you do have a firm grasp on the first one.
Okay.
All right. But that is all of your actions, which then brings us to Harlanot.
Yes. So, question:
Yes.
Ash's cure music for the band. We
Mhm.
never actually noted how many actions that focus point thing is.
Sorry, one more time?
So Ash's curing music, which is one of the focus point abilities from the band,
Yep.
never actually noted how many actions it takes to use that.
Oh, probably, I'm going to say 1 just because I got no other evidence to say otherwise.
It was the extra action, so I'm not surprised. Okay. Fix that bit now. In which case, Harlanot will kick up the traditional anthem. Make sure. Who am I missing?
All right.
Oh,
Harlanot begins to play an inspiring tune.
which is that one. And I will ask Ash to play something particularly good with the fiddle to trigger the curing music, which clears the condition from an ally.
Ooh, nice.
Hmm.
All right, what are you clearing?
The slowed condition on please.
Now, are you sure? You could get rid of the courageous anthem from someone.
I'm sure.
Okay, fine. Very well. With your curing music and using that focal point, Lissa, you watch as the music kind of resonates as this fiddle runs across these strings and that high-pitched scratching noise shatters the stone encasing your legs. You no longer have the slow condition.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Last action?
I think last action will be to presumably take a short bow arrow at one of these basilisks.
All right. Very well. Now, are you using a flute? A lute to play your instrument?
It's usually a lute, yes.
Okay. And you want to use a short bow?
Okay, I'll use the Sling.
Very well. With one hand, you quickly grab the sling and you whip a rock across the field towards the basilisk.
Let's go.
You gotta get one of those loots where you can like bend the string back far enough to be its own. bow.
Natural one! The
no.
Fantasy
Holy
Gods
crap.
dice have spoken. They hate my players. Okay.
Finally.
I'm not saying anything this time.
Ooh, insight bonus. Okay, here's an insight bonus for you. I will allow this reroll, courtesy of Variance of Strife. Oh no, he's giving it to Arturo. Never mind. Arturo, you've got the influence here.
Ooh.
So hold on, you gonna use a hero point, or am I gonna give you a crit fumble?
I think I'll use a hero point.
You sure? I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? Right? I mean,
Well, I suppose Arturo is technically hiding behind Range. So,
that's true, but the creatures are hiding behind, yeah, Arturo as well. So I mean, okay. All right, roll it. Roll that reroll. Let's see how we go. Nice, solid hit. Wham! Your stone strikes with purpose against the scaly hide of the basilisk. Nice for 9 points of damage. Okay, you're not doing. Yeah, you guys are doing pretty good. All right, which returns us to the top of the round where the basilisk get to go. Now, the first basilisk is currently being restrained by the circle of fire that has been placed by Throverick. Throverick, it is going to return a gaze in your direction as it looks at you. And you ignore it. Rude. That is what I say. Frickin' rude. And it is going to
Make eye contact.
Throverick is unstoppable!
Throverick is unstoppable! Alright. He is going to the basilisk is going to try to break free of the of its restraint. What is your class DC? Throverick?
19.
19. Nice. Yeah, the basilisk shakes its tail, and with a few good waves and wafts and smashes, it breaks the restrained condition. And that is all it will do. The second basilisk. This one is grabbed by Wrench, and it is going to try and break free by chewing on Wrench. It misses. Or at least it doesn't penetrate your, it doesn't penetrate Wrench's thick armor. Second attack. That will do it. Natural 20.
Oh, jeez.
Damn.
For 32
Oh.
goddamn points of damage. The creature
wow.
manages to grab onto several of the very important pipings that run through Wrench's body and tear them out. Steam and oil begin to pour from its open wound. Mesha, give me a number between 1 to 5.
2.
Just don't be like triple damage or something and just destroy a wrench in one hit.
Okay, let's
Okay.
see. Ooh, I do like that one.
Uh-oh.
Split open. Target has 1d6 bleeding damage. So that oil is continually pouring out of it. So at the start of every turn, it'll take that damage. And last but not least, its third and final terrifying attack
Oh gosh.
will also hit as it continues to shake its jaw left and right,
Not Wrench
ripping
again.
more pieces of Wrench apart.
No,
Wrench is on 1 hit point. He dies at the start of his turn.
Oh.
All right, that is the basilisk's done.
Hey,
Arturo.
there's oil all over the basilisk.
That's true. There is oil everywhere. I'm happy to draw that oil down. Let me just.
Please, absolutely do that.
Throw a brick. Throw a brick.
Yep,
You
as
say
soon as you
that.
said the magic word, I'm like, oh yeah.
You say that. You know Arturo
I'm gonna
standing
see
in
where the oil
right?
spill is first before doing my move.
The makeshift grease spell.
yeah, it's the grease spell, but like natural.
Oh yeah.
It's
Alright,
all
there you go.
over.
Okay. Oh, okay, good. It's not like on my square, so I'm actually safe where I'm standing right now.
Safe is
yeah,
an
so I
operative word.
have. Yeah, good point.
Oh, it's like that.
So,
It's like
I
that
am-
fucking museum art piece. You know, the one where it's like trying to clean its own oil to try and keep itself like alive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Wait, do I have? Yeah, because I have an advantage on this because of. Not advantage, but the. What's it called? What did he give me?
I didn't give you anything.
I forgot what variance gave me.
Oh, that was the insight bonus, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, insight bonus. Yeah. So what do I get from the insight bonus then?
The insight bonus. I don't know. Depends on what you want insight for.
Oh. I want insight for what this like where these would come from. Like, is this natural to the area or
Oh
is
god,
this
no.
something
Easily
that...
done. You recall the xulgath when you last fought them? They had a few pet basilisks with them as well. Specifically, if I'm remembering correctly, outside of the dinosaur pens where they were keeping the ankylosaur, there was a pathway that you would go straight down and then hang a left at. And there was this row of xulgath, and there was signs of basilisk training supplies and things from that area as well.
Okay.
They also had two right in that entrance room for us.
Yes,
then
yeah,
as well.
they also had two in those entrance rooms as well.
Oh,
So yeah,
we just didn't fight any. So yeah, I just kind of.
you did.
Or did we fight any?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay. I for some reason don't remember fighting them. Okay.
I think you weren't there for that session, that's why.
Oh, that checks
yeah, I
out.
wasn't. Yeah, I
you
wasn't
you
there
were
for
busy
the
chasing
bottom of the
Ghost
tower.
Girl.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's right. I remember
I
Ghost
remember
Girl.
that now.
Thank you,
Alright,
chat, for Ghost
Well,
Girl.
then, yeah, I will. Yeah, that was the chat that did that. Yeah, I'm going to go for this guy's eyes again by stabbing.
Let's do it.
Stabby stab. Oh, not a crit.
Critical hit.
Oh, that was? Oh, sweet.
Yeah, remember it's 10 or above.
Yeah, Pathfinder 2nd
Oh,
Edition,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. When you get 10 or
Yep,
higher than the AC, you land a crit.
I love Pathfinder 2e. All right. Well, this is going to be a lot of damage.
Oh my god.
Oof, 36 damage. And give us a number between 1 to 5.
3.
Boom, that
Yeah, and I
is
called the eye too, so I'm stabbing him in the eye.
cough jab. It is clumsy 1, and its move speed is reduced by 10 foot.
All right.
All right, the basilisk
Um,
is not looking all that great.
I'm gonna try stabbing it again. Why not?
Make your attack.
That was only my first stab. Aw.
That is unfortunately a miss. You do have one final
Regular
action.
miss. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna go for a third one.
All right, here we go.
Yo. Oh.
That's a hit.
That'd be awesome if I killed it right here. Come on, Arturo, get it.
All right, 10 points of damage. Not quite a kill, but it is quite grievously wounded as we step onto Throvrek's turn.
Do these things have legs?
Yes.
Oh,
So they have legs and not a tail?
They also have a tail, like many
They're
lizards
like
do.
monitor lizards.
As in they stand on two legs? Now they biped, quadruped.
They are dodecapeds. They have a bunch of legs.
They have a bunch of legs.
Yeah.
Alright.
yeah, I think they have like 6.
Dodeca.
1, 2,
If I remember
3,
correctly.
4. They have 8 legs.
Oh, they have 8.
Alright.
Oh.
Thorbrick's gonna talk to Misha. Ah, thank you. Alright, that gives me a good image. Thorbrick's gonna shout out to Misha. Get your robot oil pointed towards the shins. Like just cover them in oil. All the oil. Okay, Misha?
I think the one is covered in oil already, but
More.
we'll try to get the other one.
More.
More oil.
More,
I will-
more.
Delay
Alright.
till after Misha's turn, please.
Well, the one is probably like totally covered in it because bite and then sprayed all over him.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it is covered. All right, you will go after Meisha, in which case we go to Lissa's turn.
All right. Inspired by the fiddle, Lise kind of starts to do like a spin over here. Wait, actually, let's make sure I do the right movement. So like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I kind of do like a twirl on my toes now that my feet are no longer scaly and dirty.
Sorry, where did you move? Did you move through the? Did you just move through the oil?
No, I went around it.
Okay, good. Just checking.
Yeah.
Carry on.
And at the finish of my pirouette, I kind of throw my hand toward it, and I use electric arc on Basilisk 2.
Ooh, nice. All right.
And it will jump from number 2 to number 1 as well, because it jumps from 1 or 2 targets.
Nice. Make your
so
attack.
They both need to make. They actually both need to make reflex saves, but I can drop it on them.
No, we can do that. Okay, first one gets a 19. Second one gets
As a fail.
10. They both fail. All right, deal your damage.
The second one, if it's less than 10, is that a crit fail?
That is a crit fail. Yeah, and then you get a crit hit.
Yeah. Sweet. So the first target.
I mean,
gets,
they're luckily
this.
rolling pretty badly too.
The first one takes 11 damage.
Nice. The electricity penetrating through its body. The second,
Second one takes
22.
22
Nice.
damage.
And could I please get a number between 1 to 5?
Let's do 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, interesting. Here we go. That is not going to work. Mostly because they're immune. They're immune to the petrified condition. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, here we go. Combustion.
Oh God.
Combustion. Deal another lot of damage to that basilisk, please. However,
Just the regular. Okay. Oh, yep.
no, keep doing it. There is a
So just
however.
the one. Yeah. So that's 11 points of damage.
All right, another 11 points of damage. But now, as your spark
God.
flies across and hits both basilisks, who are now seeping in the oil from our giant robot,
Oh.
all of a sudden,
Greatest spark, but he has. But yeah. So, oh god.
a massive explosion somewhere in the far distance of the city. There's just this rising plume of fire and smoke.
No.
Oh, I didn't think it'd be that big. Uh-oh.
However, we will come back
Oh, no.
next week and find out what exactly happens
Oops.
when
I
our
had a
heroes
javelin
return.
and then blew up.
They did blow up.
Spectacular explosion.
All you can hear through the explosion
All the
is just the
attention
sound
I
of
need.
Throvra going, "Fuck yeah!"
Oh shit! Are we gonna fall through the ground?
Oh no!
We will come back next week
to me on a
and
critical
find
fail
out.
and a critical hit.
All right. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for
Oops.
being a part of the show. As always, guys, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. And we are here a number of times during the week. Please be sure to check out our schedule. We will be back tomorrow morning for DAG versus The Walking Dead. So if you're into Free League Publishing's type of game system, or are into The Walking Dead and zombies, or just like torturing me for no reason, come check that out. It's basically a DAG versus Twitch chat game. Also, be sure to check out our game on Monday, Curse the Crimson Throne. Wednesday, we are starting our new season over on Careful Cantrip for Season 3, where I will be playing a new titular character over on the channel. So, guys, please be sure to save the day. Go check the things. And then, yeah, we've got Wednesday evening, where I have Reign of Winter for more fun and excitement. So, thank you, guys. Also, one final announcement. We are looking for players for a new Patreon game on Sunday nights, Australian time, or Sunday morning, US time. It is quite early, but you know, hey, that's a thing. So yeah, cool. That's it. What are we gonna do? We're gonna go and raid. Who are we gonna go and raid? None other than the one and only Scarlet64. We freaking love Scarlet. Scarlet is an amazing human being. So we're gonna go send love to their channel, offer our support, and of course, you know, relish in the fact that we all play Pathfinder. Fuck all y'all who say we can't. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. As always, stay safe, stay wonderful, be kind to each other because why the fuck not? It's free. And until we meet again, from us to you, game hard or die trying. Good night, folks!
Bye, everyone.
Bye.